Welcome back to Savage Showdowns. This week we'll be returning to the battle arena. This week in the battle arena, we will have a honey badger facing off against a Wolverine to see who comes out on top. But first, if you like this content, please give it a like and consider subscribing. It's free and it really helps the channel out. Also, sorry if my voice is a little off, I'm a little sick. First up, let's look at the honey badger. Size. Honey badgers are 23 to 28 inches long and have a total length of 28 to 40 inches long, including their 4.7 to 11.8 inch tail. They stand about 9 to 11 inches tall and weigh between 13 and 30 pounds. Strength. Honey badgers have a bite force, of 110 to 150 newtons, but I found a few sources saying that it was also 1100 psi, it is enough to crack bones and crush through tortoise shells, but their true strength also relies on their ferocity, depending on how accurate these metrics are. Speed. Honey badgers can run at speeds of up to 19 miles per hour, and while not built for sustained speed, they are extremely agile and relentless in both their attacks and escapes. Stealth. Honey badgers are primarily solitary, and they can often move low to the ground through dense vegetation. They are, however, not as ghost-like as wolverines, as we will discuss later. They are at least clever and known to use cover. Weapons and armor. For weapons, honey badgers have powerful jaws and sharp teeth, which are, while not long, dense, and capable of providing high pressures under the bite force discussed above. They also have long, curved claws on both their front and hind limbs, used for digging and combat, and a fierce, fearless temperament. They are in fact famous for chasing off lions and venturing into snake dens. And then in terms of armor, honey badgers have incredibly thick, loose skin, up to 6 millimeters thick on the neck, which allows them to twist when being bitten or grabbed, as well as limit the damage when they're bit or grabbed, which is as opposed to people and primates, which have high dexterity at the cost of tighter skin, which tears and cuts easier. Their coarse, tough fur provides additional protection, and they're also highly resilient to venom from snakes, such as cobras, which won't really be relevant in this fight. So, how does the Wolverine stack up? Size. Wolverines are 26 to 42 inches from head to tail and stand 12 to 18 inches tall. They weigh in at 26 to 50 pounds. Strength. Wolverines have a bite force of 224 newtons, but I've also heard 1700 psi. Again, not mutually exclusive numbers, but these are the two metrics I came across. Speed. Wolverines have a top speed of 19 to 25 miles per hour. They have excellent endurance and climbing ability and are capable of moving over snow with their large furred feet, similar to how a lynx does. Stealth. Wolverines are built to be stealthy, elusive animals, described as the phantom of the forest, disappearing into their snowy habitat. Weapons and armor. For weapons, Wolverines have their teeth coupled with their bite force, their large claws, which can go up to 4 inches long, and their high muscle strength. Finally, they have an aggressive disposition that is at the very least a rival for, if not a match for, the honey badgers. In terms of armor, they have their thick, oily, their thick, oily fur and their tough skin, as well as a dense, compact build, which helps limit the effect of both blunt and sharp attacks, as well as to keep them warm in their frozen home. But who wins? Let's find out. Our arena for this fight will be a grassy plain with a light snow dusting. Our 2 pint-sized brawlers are wandering around, both looking for a wheel, as well as surveying their general area. The Wolverine spots the honey badger first, its higher stealth allowing it to remain hidden. It waits, and then suddenly, in a burst of speed, attacks, grabbing onto the badger's back and biting hard. The honey badger's fur limits the damage as it violently flails in order to reach its attacker. As it does, it manages to dislodge the Wolverine, but not without receiving a nasty scratch on its face, barely missing its eye. As the badger squares up, it runs at the Wolverine, driven by instinct. The Wolverine charges back, and the two animals collide in a ball of furry fury. Claws fly and teeth bite down. Eventually, the two separate, both bleeding from numerous wounds, but one is definitely bleeding more heavily. The honey badger drew the short end of the stick in that confrontation and is bleeding more severely, Still, its ferocity pushes it on. Once there, the Wolverine bites and digs its claws into the honey badger, cutting it open even more severely. The wounds end up being too much for the honey badger, who dies underneath its attacker, who continues even after the badger's death, briefly unaware of its own victory. Wolverine wins. The Wolverine won this fight pretty decidedly. It was stealthier, had a similar build to the honey badger, and was larger. In addition, its ferocity may have been even greater than that of the honey badger. Both creatures are incredibly aggressive regardless, and fierce. Their size, and when I squared them up, size and stealth became the determining factors in this fight. I think the honey badger could win, but I definitely think the odds are against it. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Feel free to suggest any future fights. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Savage Showdown.